Okay, so, I have recently been in contact with extraterrestrial lifeforms, and not for the reason you think. It was a very bleak, wacky experience, I don't know how to describe it. In a moment I'll get to that. Firstly, why was I, Bob, chosen for this experience and prophecy? I will tell you why. The reason is treason. Okay, I'll come out clean, I have been abducted before by the Greys, but this time something else happened. This time these ETs, or as I like to call them, the mushroomers, had a different reason for bothering me. Why me, an old man, the world may never know. But I know. Okay, so I will now get into the descriptive story of my very real encounter with the mushroomers. Here it goes in chronological order, sitting on my chair and a half in my shack enjoying some coffee. Had to go answer the call of nature as I drank a gallon of coffee. Opened the door and went outside and down the hill to my local porta potty. So now I will go into story mode for the rest. This happened Monday last week. I'm now in my comfy bright blue porta potty and the clock says it is 10:30 on it. There I am taking a whiz trying not to poop myself also, as you all know that I have a weak bowel. So now I'm getting done and I start to hear a sound resembling a garbage truck right to the left of my porta potty. By then I was trembling, sweating heavily and had to sit down before waste started to fall out of my bottom. I was terrified, I thought someone was coming for me. I then stood up, with my pants still half down from relieving myself, opened the door, and ran like hell. But then 10 yards from the outdoor toilet, I fell and skinned my knee. There I was exposed, and quivering on the moist wet ground in the middle of the night, hoping that the noise would go away. Oh, then about probably 5 minutes later I started to hear inaudible chatter behind me. Then, mind you, with all this going on, the sound of footsteps starts up to my left. I was then scared stewless. Things then got a little muffled audibly, and 3 slithering purple jellyfish chanting a song came up to me with some sort of torture device. I then frantically tried to crawl away on my big belly still with my pants caught up around my ankles. I was wet, bleeding, messed and terrified. I thought the end was nearing in on me. I then started to scream at the 3 extraterrestrials until I lost my voice. One of them then grabbed my beard as I laid there in submission, on the ground, in the raining forest. Then another one of them tied my hands behind my back with its long slimy arms, and tightened. The chanted singing subsided and then the slimiest one of the 3 transformed itself into a pale, naked gangly creature, about the size of a medium dog, and bit the middle of my back. I screamed in agony. Then while 2 of them just sat there guarding me, their prey. The other one, the shapeshifting gangly one, ran fast as lightning up into my shack and came back with my last raining shrooms and divided them into small pieces right before me. Then all 3 of them consumed them, the gangly one at his mouth, and the other 2 just rolled over theirs and sucked them up like how slugs eat. Since some of you know how the acid rain has killed my mushroom garden, the remaining shrooms were stashed in my shack of course. Well, they stole and consumed them. Then they got even angier after the shrooms, and the pale gangly ET started to grab and drag me further away from the porta potty. Again, I screamed in agony and begged that somebody would save me. I saw their spacecraft, it looked like a station wagon with no tires. They forced me in and then got in themselves in the front seats. Now, this is where they messed up. Leaving me unsupervised in the back seat. Their screaming started up for the second time and their engine turned on. I knew that I had to work fast or get abducted again. To be continued.